Hello everyone and welcome to, yes, it is another unboxing of some booster packs for Disney's Lorcana. This is from the Rise of the Floodborn wave, which was actually before the Into the Inklands. It's hard to say, Into the Inklands, which we did last time, which was paid for mostly by an enchanted card I happened to pull from a booster pack. This, however, I just picked up because I found it pretty cheap, and it has cards I want for the Titans deck that I was talking about last time. I'm after some Hercules themed cards from this wave, and also some Robin Hood green cards for this wave as well. So I think this released earlier in the same year as that Inklands wave. Does it have a date here? Disney. I don't see a date. Weird. Well, either way. Also, this is a very strange pack to open. Like, you've got to pull the tab, you've got to push it up, push it in. I'll do that though. We'll get started. The draw rates, I believe, are exactly the same, and you get the same number of commons, rares, etc. So we're just going to jump straight in and see how lucky we get. So there we are. That was a lot more annoying to open than the Inklands one. I don't know if that was just because of the extra sellotape put on by where I bought it from or what, but that was, I tried very hard to not wreck the top of the card here. Anyway, there's our three variants. I'm going to place my bet on Beast this time as being the lucky draws. Last time it was Jafar. I'm going to put this to one side up here, and we'll just go from left to right and start opening. And I'm going to zoom in actually because we want to see the cards, obviously. The focus will catch up once I put the cards in front of it. So we don't get rule updates with this wave. It's it's a 4-part picture of Minnie Mouse in a diving set or something instead. But beyond that, everything should be the same. And in between cuts, I'll split them into the various rarities. So we have our uncommon Ratigan. We have Basil, 2 mice in a row. We have Snow White, plus a very strange looking mouse. Oh, I saw this. My friend showed me this when he was telling me about Lorcana before I looked into it at all. There's something about Winnie the Pooh just looking like a powerful honey wizard. Well, he even calls him a honey wizard there. It's so weird, but also surprisingly cool. Like, it's so different how I know Winnie the Pooh. Anyway, we have Felicia. We have Prince Naveen. I do not know who that is. I'm not going to pretend I do. And then we're on to the uncommons. So we have Bashful, because the 7 dwarves were in this wave, I believe. We have Cruella de Vil. Yzma? Not sure who that is. And then our rares are better. Oh yeah, so we have Lumiere from Beauty and the Beast. Not Beauty and the Beast. You know what I mean. Oh, I do mean Beauty and the Beast. What am I talking about? It's been a while. Either way, last time, the gold ones are legendaries. That's the rarity I wasn't familiar with. And our next... Oh, okay. Well, speaking of which, there's our first one already. Let's see what it is. Oh, it's that weird dragon that has frozen face. Okay, Shizu? Ugh, I don't like looking at that face, but hey, got a good draw. And our holo is a common. It's Rabbit, the rabbit from Winnie the Pooh. Alright, pack number 2 has Beast on it, although I don't think we're going to beat pulling a legendary in pack 1, but that's okay. Maybe we have to put our faith in the Queen of Hearts. That's never gone wrong for anybody, right? So, we got the same section of Minnie Mouse 2 in a row, but that's not really, it's not like it's usable or anything. It's just a collector's thing. So we have Donald Duck, Sleepwalking. Sleepwalker it's called. Owl. Hold Still, which is an action. Obviously also from Beauty and the Beast. Fairy Godmother, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boop. What Did You Call Me? Prince Naveen again. Then our uncommons, a Sardine Can. Rapunzel. That doesn't look like the Rapunzel I remember from the brief amount of that movie I've seen. Madame Mim, sorry. It's from Sword in the Stone, I think. And then... rare or better. Oh, speaking of which, we have the Queen of Hearts. We have Flynn Rider. He's from Rapunzel as well, I think. And our shiny is a common. Oh, a second one. The shine on that is really hard to see. Like, that is not particularly hollow. Like, even with the light catching on it from the studio light, that isn't that reflective. Maybe they made it better for the Inklands wave. Alright, next. I think that's the character from whatever that is from, which is not a Disney thing I've seen. Apologies. I haven't seen any of the newer stuff, really. And the older stuff I'm remembering from literally like 2 decades ago. Ray, speaking of characters I don't know, we have Ray, the easygoing firefly. We have Nothing to Hide. We have Eudora, or Eudora? It's probably Eudora, right? Kuzco. Another What Did You Call Me? That's 2 already. Benja. Then our uncommon 4 dozen eggs. Excellent. Gaston. Snow White. The Blue Fairy. From Pinocchio. And then Rarers Are Better. Kronk. Pull the lever, Kronk. Everybody, I haven't even seen this and I know that meme. And then the next one is Pack Tactics. And then our shiny, or sort of shiny, is Tigger, one of a kind. See, again, yeah, the reflection just isn't as nice on this. Oh, if you kind of catch it like there, okay, there. That's maximum shine right there. Fun picture, though. Well, 3 packs in, and I haven't had anything that I'm specifically after yet, which is not a serendipitous start, but that's okay. Oh, I was facing those the wrong way. There's still plenty of cards left. Speaking of which, here's a second version of the Queen of Hearts. That's a common version. James, oh, everybody knows James. How could you not know James? He's the best character in any Disney franchise. It's James. Don't even need to say anything else, it's James. We've got Eudora again, 2 in a row. Croquet Mallet. Yep, that's how I remember it from Alice in Wonderland. We have Fidget. Looks a bit like Batmite. Oh, magic brooms of a different type than the ones that are in the Inklings wave could actually be useful for one of the decks I had. So, and it's not the same element, so yeah, that could make that work. Okay, a third version of the Queen of Hearts. She's looking like an anime villain there, or she's about to do like some kind of powerful attack. Neat. Oh, finally, there's one of the ones I wanted. I'm going to put the ones I wanted to one side so we can kind of keep track of it. So I'm just going to put that down there because I wanted more Robin Hood variants. We've got the Cheshire Cat. He's fun. Wasn't he voiced by Winnie the Pooh's voice actor? I might be misremembering. And our Rares Are Better. Strength of a Raging Fire. Great song from Mulan. If you've never heard Jackie Chan doing the Cantonese version of Make a Man Out of You, I recommend looking it up on YouTube. He's a very good singer, surprisingly. Oh! Rhea. Oh, that's got to be from... Yeah, okay, that must be from that, yes. And that's an upgrade card, it's a Shift 4. And then our shiny... Christopher Robin. Oh, he's a rare. It's a shiny rare. Christopher Robin and Winnie the Pooh. That's pretty shiny. That may just be because it's yellow element as well, but that does look shinier than the other ones. Okay, that's a decent pull. Alright, so I guess this is Rhea then. Looks like her. She's using the same sword. Gotta be. I don't even know the name of that film. Totally passed me by. But these cards will not. I think so far the ones with her in the front have been the luckiest. So we have a version of Gaston, the scheming suitor. Don't I deserve the best? Oh, that has lost focus. Apologies, 1 second. There we go. A non-shiny version of Rabbit. I like how annoyed or just like done with it he looks there. Sneezy, that's disgusting. Jiminy Cricket, best known for his roles in the Kingdom Hearts games. Boone, do not know you. Charge! Our uncommons, the most diabolical scheme. Jafar is a robot? that's a robot snake. Interesting. Got Belle, and then our Rares Are Better. Oh, speaking of better, King Louis, Jungle VIP. He's reached the top and had to stop, and that's what's bothering him. Oh, wow, 2 in a row, huh? Arthur from Sword in the Stone, right? It's got, yeah, Wizard's Apprentice, gotta be. Meat, and then our shiny. Oh, shiny version of the Fairy Godmother. I wonder if they kind of work together well. Not that they're from the same thing, obviously, because this is Cinderella, but you know what I mean, just within the game terms. Maybe. I wasn't specifically looking for them, so I'm not going to put them to one side, but there's prospect of a deck there. Next up is another Queen of Hearts. And, oh, Again, opened it the wrong way, but hey. By now I probably have the whole mini, but again, that's not important. What is important is the cards inside. Starting with what we already saw, which is Improvise. Second version of the Cruella de Vil Fashionable Cruiser. We've got Little Piglet, not a pirate in this version. He's only a pirate in Inkland because he lost his eye in war. Oh, Winnie the Pooh Honey Wizard, a second version of that. That is one of my favourite bits of art. It's so weird compared to what you know about him. Minnie Mouse zipping around. A second charge. The Sword in the Stone. And then we have Pacha. I might be pronouncing that wrong, apologies if I am. Tiana. And then our rares are better. Gruesome and Grim. It's a song. And then, oh, speaking of better, Cogsworth. He looks so very old in that picture. Grandfather Clock. Well, I guess that makes sense. And then our shiny is a common version of Cinderella, sword fighting. Alright, we're opening another beast pack next. I want better than Weird Faced Dragon. Let's see. Apparently, my friend was telling me, apparently you're guaranteed 4. We'll just get rid of the bottom card there. Oh, there's her face if you were curious. So we have a Hypnotize. This is also part of the Inkland set as well. I think it was the starter sets, that is. The Knock. Snow White's second version, non-shiny. I think the other version was shiny. Elsa Gloves Off. Shouldn't you be killing that horse then? It's not a rogue situation. I don't know. I've never seen Frozen, but I have played the Frozen level of Kingdom Hearts 3, which basically is the same thing. Lady Tremaine. Tiana. Our uncommons. Merlin, but in goat form. Here I come. Hey, Doc. And our last uncommon is Judy Hopps from Zootropolis or Zootopia, depending on which part of the world you're from, because they had to change the name since it was copywritten. And then, rare bear, we have Cobra Bubbles. That's got to be from Lilo and Stitch, right? Haven't seen that either. And Falling Down the Rabbit Hole. Everyone knows what that's from. And then our shiny, it's another Sleepwalking Donald Duck, but this time in shiny form. So this is pack number 8, I think, of 24. Oops, I almost dropped the cards. I'll just pull that out of the way. And we start with, as it comes into focus again, Verana. And moving on from there, we've got, I think that's a third, Cruella de Vil. We've got Sleepy, he's nodding off, aren't we all? Merlin, but this time in Crab form. Ready or not. There's got to be a Merlin deck possible. Go the Distance, that's from Hercules. Jafar, Royal Vizier. Interesting. That probably goes with that Robo Snake version. The Fairy Godmother, but higher cost version. From Zero to Hero. Again from Hercules, obviously. And then our last one, we've got Judy Hopps and Nick in back-to-back packs. And then our rares are better. Grand Duke. And Pinocchio. There are no strings on him. Oh, shiny rare. Maurice's Workshop, but in shiny form. And next, if you are guaranteed 4 of legendary quality, that means we're due to find at least a second one soon, I would say. Let's see here. We have, to start with, an out of focus second Flynn Rider. I'm going to pull back just a little bit. I feel like it's struggling just a smidge more than it should be. Jasmine, Heir of Agrabah. First one of those we've seen. I think our first Happy as well. Second Jiminy Cricket. We have our Mulan, Soldier in Training. I think that's our third or fourth Charge. Second Blue Fairy. And then I think that's our second Snow White as well. So, last one, our second 4 dozen eggs, and then rares are bear. Starting with a rare. Little John, I wanted this, so that is one of the cards I needed. And the next one is Merlin, but this time that's our third Merlin form. Rabbit, Crab, and Goat. But that Little John is going down there, and our shiny is common. It's a snotty, horrible, sneezy. Alright, Beast, don't let me down. Let's see what we've got inside. Well, that last pack had a card I was looking for, even if it's only a rare. Oh, the very card we started this unboxing with. We've got Ratigan, that's our number 2 of that. We've got ourselves a Gumbo Pot. We have ourselves the Queen, Regal Monarch. First one of them we've seen. Chip the Teacup. First of him as well. And then Baloo, Fun-Loving Bear. Second Magic Broom. I think I do want to keep these, so I'm going to put that to one side. There we are, down there. You Can Fly, from Peter Pan. Wreck-It Ralph, Pick a Fight. I'm going to wreck it. And then Daisy Duck. And then we have Hiram Flaversham. And ooh, Beast has been generous. Let's see what it is. Oh, well, now you're just showing your bias, quite frankly. But we have ourselves Beast. And then our shiny, to go along with it, is just a common. Oh, it's the What Did You Call Me? But that is our second legendary right there. And next up, there's a weird line down some of these cards. I think it's dust. That felt dusty. Have these been sitting for a while? The date on the barcode, because I did go looking for a date, was 2024, so I don't think so, but either way. So, we have Varana, our second of those. Our second Jasmine. Our first version of at least this version of Mulan. Not the ruby version that we saw before. Our second Chip the Teacup. I might want them as a cheap amethyst card for the Titan deck, actually. I haven't put them aside because I wasn't looking for them, but I'm just thinking out loud. Oh, speaking of the other version of Mulan. Last Cannon. Then our uncommons. Card Soldiers. Haven't seen that one yet. Li Shang from Mulan as well. And then Ring the Bell. And then, oh, rare bear, we have a fancier version of Lady Tremaine. And along with that we have, oh, 2 in a row. What is it? Oh, come on, that's, again, bias. 2 versions of Beast, both legendary in a row. Okay, well, and oh, shiny rare though. Oh, bibbidi bobbidi boo. So, 1 version of Beast, legendary, second version of Beast, legendary. Okay, we need to get away from these Beast leanings and move instead towards Hercules, Robin Hood, that kind of thing. Well, we're starting with another version of the Sleepwalking Donald Duck. I think that's our 3rd version, counting the shiny. We've got ourselves Basil, Hold Still, I think that's our 2nd Hold Still. Our 2nd Elsa Gloves Off. Our 2nd Tigger, but not shiny this time, or hollow, whatever you prefer to say. Let the Storm Rage On, that's our first of those. Our uncommon, that's our 2nd Sword in the Stone. Our 2nd Pacha. And finally, our 2nd, I think, Tiana, and then Rare Bear. 3rd version, I think, of Gaston. And, oh, okay. Mickey Mouse Friendly Face. Don't trust the mouse. And then, oh, we've got a shiny legendary. Oh, neat. Belle Hidden Archer. I don't remember when she trained to be an archer, but pretty cool looking and definitely very shiny. Well, kind of shiny. There. Shiny legendary though. Oh, and it's a shift character as well. So that must go with the version we saw earlier then. Okay, well that's a special one because it was taking up the shiny slot, but I'll still put it there to one side. Well, even if it isn't one I specifically wanted, you can't complain about a hollow legendary. So that is fine, but we're still due 2 more normal ones at least, as far as I'm aware. At least 2 more, barring any kind of luck with the hollow slot. So 2nd Hypnotize, I think that's our 3rd Rabbit. Our 2nd Piglet. Our 2nd Merlin the Squirrel, I believe. Don't tell my friend, he hates squirrels. Our 2nd Boon, whoever that is. Our 2nd Last Cannon. Oh, our 1st Caterpillar. Neat, from Alice in Wonderland. Last Stand, that's our first one of those as well. And our last uncommon, it's a Binding Contract. Then our rares are bear. Lucifer, what a pleasant name for a cat. And then, No. I think it's Noi, but just No. And then our hollow is an uncommon. Oh, Speaking of which, there's a shiny version of the card we just saw for the first time. Alright, next. I'm eagerly wanting to find certain cards that I want for the decks I'm trying to make. Haven't had much luck in that regard so far, I will say, but that's okay. It's part of the fun. It's a luck of the draw. Speaking of which, this camera's having a luck of the draw on what to focus on. There we go. Improvise. The second knock. The knock. Second version of this version of Rapunzel, I think. Second version of Cusco. First version of Peter Pan's dagger. Don't think we've seen that. Don't recognise it. Like Storm Rage On. That's second one of those. Oh, a different version of Cogsworth. So this is an uncommon version. Same element though, I think. Or type, you know what I mean. Speaking of, there's another version of Gaston. Baritone Bully. A different... Oh, that's a very cool picture of Pinocchio. I know he's like turning into a donkey, which kind of detracts from him, but just in general, it's a very heroic shot. It's like he's becoming Thor. Alright, and rares are better. Ooh, Shere Khan from the Jungle Book. And... Weight set. I think I wanted these just as a filler for the Titans deck I wanted to make. Then our holo, shiny, uncommon. Oh, it's bashful. So after this pack, I think there's 6 left. I think. At least 6. Oh, well, we have a different version of Arthur, a non-amethyst version. To start with, our first version of that. Then a different version of Basil as well. Third or fourth of this version of Rapunzel. Dr. Facilier. The first version of him. Our second Fidget. First version of this version of Donald Duck. Fine Crossbow. First one of those. Nana the dog. The darling family pet from Peter Pan. A different version of Pinocchio. That's 2 different versions of him in a row. Then our rares are better. Honest John from Pinocchio. We've got a themed pack. And... Hey, a card I wanted, Hercules, but this is the shift version and I haven't got any of the normal version. That's okay, that's okay. It's still something I wanted. And then a shiny uncommon is Lawrence. What's he eating there? Pie? Is that like he's holding lasagna? That's not how you eat lasagna. Oh, it was actually 9 packs left, not 6, sorry, but obviously one less now as we open this. We're getting through it though. We definitely have at least one more thing to find. Unless there's some kind of like horrible fluke where you can get a super unlucky box. I deserve that one. I've had too much luck with this game so far. Enchantress. Not to be confused with Enchantress from Marvel, I guess. Duke Weaselton. Is that Zootopia as well? I don't recognise this person. Mulan. Different version of her though. Legend of the Sword and the Stone. First of those. Rhea, but as a kid, I guess. Ooh. I like that art. It's a different version of Beast. Forbidding Recluse. Yeah, that's cool art. Second version of this Queen of Hearts is our first uncommon. We have The Prince. That's from Sleeping Beauty, right? Pain. Oh, I know that. And then next, our first rare bear, Pete. I like Pete. Again, mostly because of the Kingdom Hearts games. And, oh, okay, we're getting bear. Cinderella, oh that's the version that goes on top of the version we saw earlier. Yeah, that's her like fully trained. Neat. I don't think she's ever looked like that in a movie, it's just like fun art. And a common... Oh! We've got 2 of it in the same pack and one of them's shiny. Nice, I think I want to use this card actually. Hopefully fit it in somewhere, it's just because of the art looking so cool. Alright, it's got Beast on the cover, I can't wait to see what rare version of Beast waits for us inside the pack. He's not nearly as generous as Jafar was last time. Then again, him being selfish is kind of the point, isn't it? Oh, we have a different emotion to go along with pain. We have panic. I know that one as well. Oh, obviously, don't even need to say it's James, the best Disney character to ever exist. We have the Queen. We have our second Croquet Mallet. Our second Peter Pan's dagger. This is a weapon-themed one. Oh, there's a lesser version of Cinderella that other one could go on top of. Yeah. Yeah, so that only costs 2 to play, but that one would play. You could play it on top of it for 5. Instead of paying the full 7 cost, because well, in total you're paying the same, but still, first one of those. First one of Mother Gothel from Rapunzel as well was our first uncommon. Mouse Armor, first one of them, and our last uncommon, Bounce with Tigger and Roo, and then rares a bear. Our second Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, and okay, we've got the Queen. It's just an apple, what could go wrong? Just eat the apple. And a shiny version of Owl. And next, I want to know what my last fancy results are, but I also want to know if I'm going to get anything else that I was specifically after. We have ourselves our second version of the green Arthur. Oh, there's Owl again, not in shiny form this time. Why does he, of all the 7 dwarfs, why do I keep getting Sneezy, the horriblest of them all? Another fairy godmother. Another Lady Tremaine. Prince Naveen, that's our 3rd or 4th of him. Minnie Mouse, 2nd of her, I think. Oh, the guy eating the lasagna. Lawrence. It's our first uncommon. Then we have Bucky, not to be confused with the Winter Soldier. Oh, that was our 3rd. And then Rare Bear, Madam Meme Fox, our 2nd version of that. Oh, and Beast again. Very Beast focused in our shiny. Oh, shiny Rare Bear. A card I actually wanted, and it's in shiny form. But again, these versions of Hercules aren't so great without the bog standard version to play it on top of, and we haven't had any of those so far. After this one, 5 packs remain. It's coming down to the wire to find some better stuff, or at least some other things that I was after. But we're starting with... is this another version of Gaston? I don't think we've seen this version yet. No, Scheming Suitor, I remember saying that. I think that's our 2nd. Gumblepot, haven't seen that yet. Sleepy, fine, another 7 of the 7 dwarfs. 2nd Legend of the Sword and the Stone. 2nd version of Rhea, this version anyway. There's another version of that cool looking beast. I've got to use it now because that's 3. And our uncommons, Isma, looking horrifying. Cruella de Vil, that's a different version but same element. And our last uncommon is Bashful. Then rares are better. Dragon Gem, and... ooh, okay, well, we've got gold. I think this is our 3rd, not counting the hollow one. And it is Donald Duck, not again. Phooey. And a shiny... oh, Winnie the Pooh, I'm stuck. But hopefully that was in focus. Sorry, I was paying too much attention to the cards there. There it is. So I was just counting there, that was actually it for 4 legendaries, not including the hollow one. So I think that's our lot in terms of like guarantees. We can still get more shinies that are of that rarity, or you know, slightly lesser, but I think that's our guaranteed slots used up. I don't know if enchanteds count towards that or not, haven't looked it up, but either way. Fin Rider, Basil, hey, there's Grumpy, that's the one I most emphasize with. A 3rd, I think, Merlin in squirrel form, a non-shiny version of Felicia. Oh, our 4th version of Beasts. And our uncommons, our first Hey, Persistent Presence. Dopey, that's our first Dopey. No, well, I guess it's an uncommon, but still, our first Dopey. Oh, and then we have our first version of Launch, and we saw what our first Rare Better is. It's, oh, we got in shiny form earlier. It's our 2nd Christopher Robin, and Maurice's Workshop, and our shiny, oh, is actually another shiny legendary. What is it? Fairy Godmother, Mystic Armorer. Wow. Alright, that has to be pretty lucky to get 2 shiny legendaries in one box. I'll take that. Now, I've moved the camera slightly just to fully take in all the better stuff that we've had so far. Pretty good haul, even if it wasn't specifically things I was after, I would say. So, we have ourselves, once we get back in focus, I've had to move where my hands are. Hopefully in focus, right, no, I would say that's still not quite. Did moving the camera break time? There we go. We have Ray, we've got a popsicle, oh I get it. We have ourselves Painting the Roses Red. We have Dr. Facilier, our 2nd version of that, I believe. Minnie Mouse, 3rd version, I think. Last Cannon, also 3rd version. Our uncommons, our 2nd Binding Contract. Our Caterpillar, it's the 2nd of those. Last Stand again, and our rares are better. Who on earth is Mrs. Judson? And a different version of Cinderella. It's the singing version. And our shiny is, oh, it's that version of Gaston we keep on seeing. 2 more packs left after this. How about just one normal version of Steel Hercules? How about just one? Just so I can say I've got the one. How about that? I think it's a common, maybe an uncommon, so it isn't that unlikely. Queen of Hearts, 2nd Duke Weaselton, 2nd or 3rd version of Happy, non-holo version of I'm Stuck, our third version of this version of Tigger. Oh, there we go. Thank you. That's all I wanted. One version of normal Hercules. I'll take that. That is exactly what I asked for. Our uncommons, Ellie LaBouffe, a different version of Donald Duck, and then rares are better. We have, Merlin, but not in animal form, and that version of Minnie Mouse again, and our shiny is an uncommon. It is Bucky the Winter Soldier. Alright, second last pack. The last pack is a beast pack. We'll see how many Gastons or beasts he can put inside it. But first, this. How about another bog standard Hercules just to go out on? Just one as we go out the door. Once this decides to focus. I can't believe it's having a harder time here when there's less of the cards in view. There we go. Panic, Nothing to Hide, Grumpy, I'm Stuck, Go the Distance, or second one of those. Second version of that Donald Duck. Our uncommons, that Minnie Mouse again. Guy eating lasagna again. Oops, okay, yep, Bucky the Squirrel. Then, first version of Perplexing Signpost. Haven't seen that yet. Okay. Pardon me, Basil, Great Mouse Detective. First version of that we've seen. And a shiny version of Cruella de Vil. And it all comes down to this, the last pack. And then we'll just take stock of everything we've got, both what I was after and just in general what took up the rares, legendaries, ultra rares, etc. So we have Enchantress, our second Popsicle, our second Painting the Roses Red. Second version of Merlin as a crab. Second version of Blue. I think that's our third of Let the Storm Rage On. And our uncommons, that Queen of Hearts again, where she looks like an enemy villain. That's the second one of them, I think. Second version of this variant of the Cheshire Cat. Aye, another card I wanted. Perfect. And then our last set of rares are better. Put that to one side though, because I want it. We have Ratigan, and we have... okay. A different version of the Queen, and our final shiny. It's just an uncommon, and it's that version of Minnie Mouse again. And so that is it. That is our final result from a booster box for Rise of the Floodborn. So our super lucky results were Holo Fairy Godmother and Holo version of Belle, both of them legendaries in their own right. That's probably on its own exceptionally lucky. Then our actual legendaries, Donald Duck, Beast, not to be confused with Beast, and then whatever that is. So in terms of rare pulls, I presume that's pretty decent, even if it wasn't specifically things I was after. If you're ever curious, I have a friend that's very into this game. They'll absolutely do a comment talking about like what was good pulls and what wasn't. They did that on the last video. If you're curious, just go to the comments and you'll find it. In terms of where these super rares, don't really need to go through all of them, but hey, there's another beast in there, because of course there is. I like that picture of Cinderella, and Codsworth looking like that is pretty fun as well. But I think I remember him saying Arthur is popular right now, so I think that's probably the best of those. In terms of things I wanted, though, I will say did not do well at all. I'm not necessarily making a Magic Broom deck, but I have the makings of one, so I was interested in getting more, so fine. Got 2 of them, that's a start. 2 Robin Hoods. I definitely want to make a Robin Hood deck of the various versions of him and the other characters from the movie, so having those 2, perfect, wanted them. We've got 1 bog standard Hercules, ideally wanting 3, so not great, especially considering it's just a common, but what can you do? Didn't get very lucky. Did get 2 versions of the rare version of him, one of which is a shiny, so that's cool. Do kind of want them for my Titan deck, although I'm not sure if the upgraded version has a place in the Titan deck really. I think as a low cost early game spend, the bog standard version of Hercules is fine. I think in this wave was the Along Came Zeus song. I think that has a place in the deck as well. Sadly didn't get that. And in terms of one other thing I was looking for, speaking of Robin Hood characters, ideally wanting 3 Little Johns, but we just got the 1. Don't draw too much attention to the fact he is a 6/6/6 card, because, you know, that might cause some problems. So in terms of things I was looking for specifically, did not do very well at all, but that's okay. It's all random, it's all luck, it's a bit of fun, and I hope you enjoyed watching. Let me know how you think I got on, which of these is worth anything, because if I'm not going to use them for making a deck, I might as well try and move them on, especially the Holo legendaries. I feel like they're probably sought after. And if you have any further advice for the decks I was talking about last time, still open to hearing it. I am interested in doing more unboxings in the future, not too many because the cards are obviously quite expensive. There is a new wave coming out in May, I think. I have no idea if there's cards in that I want yet. I'll need to see what's in it first. But there is a new wave coming out, so might hold off until that, although there are cards from Floodborn and Inklands that I still want, which is awkward. But either way, you can let me know, and I shall keep that in mind going forwards. Thank you for watching though, hope you enjoyed. I think these are always kind of fun to watch. I like watching booster box unboxings. Unboxings in general, really. But anyway, I'm rambling. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I shall see you next time. Ta for now.